What's coming? You on the way?
What's going on, family? What's going on, friends? What's going on to the first time people who's out there tuning in to the broadcast? Welcome to Sports Talk with B. Watson, along with J.R. Boston and Greg said it on this Thursday night. You know we come to you every Thursday night bringing you the best in sports concerning Coach Prime and the Colorado football team, and also Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Brown football team. If this is your first time tuning in to the broadcast, represent your state down in the comment section. If you watching the rewatch, also do the same thing. Let us know what city or state that you're in and represent. Will you do that for me? Want to get a shout out to the #1 chat room on YouTube. Appreciate the fam. Appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight. Hey, we're going to have a good time, and we finna jump right off into this thing. All right? Got to say hello to I Love CC, Miss Crystal Wise, William Ring My Bell, Smiley Mom, J.R. Boxing, also in the chat. Also, Miss Diane Brown, Maine 94. What is going on? What's going on? Playing for Birdie, Miss Jackson, Smiley Mom, Crystal Wise, William, Mac Attack is in the building. Yeah. We appreciate y'all tonight. Remember, just hit the like button. If you don't do nothing else, Miss Patty Lee is in the building. We appreciate y'all tonight. All right. We finna get right into it. I'm gonna bring them up and we finna get right into it. All right. Mac Attack is in the building. Yep. We appreciate you. All right. I don't know how this thing having an internet problem all day today. JR Boxing is in the building. What's up, JR?
Chad, B. Watts, what's happening, man? I'm back.
What's up, bro?
Back.
What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? How was your day?
Oh man, it was good. Like I said, the second day of finally feeling like a person that can function again, man. That flu ain't nothing to play with, y'all. Nothing to play with.
It is what it is, man. I'm just glad everything turned out with you. Glad to have you back on the show. Got Greg said it. What's up, Greg? How was your day, bro?
It's all right. Moving along, man. Where we at? Almost April. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's moving along, bro. It is moving on. It don't take long. It don't take long, man. But I had to cut that grass today, boy. That pollen like to tore my eye up. Well, you hear me?
Yeah. I gotta get out that Saturday, man. I gotta get out
tell me why I didn't put my shades on. I said, how I'm gonna see to cut the grass? I got shades on. If I miss a spot, I know how she is. You know you missed a spot, okay? And
it'll be that next
I
year.
think I live here. I thought you live, in the ATL. I'm the one who live right here. Maybe that's how I want my yard. I want everything cut and one spot mixed. It is what it is. But let's get into the show, fellas, man. Colorado. Coach Prime got some dog this year. JR, he got some dog this year. So far, I know I haven't seen him in a real game yet, but so far, off media and the clips that they are showing, Coach Prime do have some dogs in the house this year. They look way better this year than they looked last year at this point, to me, all around, But when I do look at the team, and I'm going to start with the quarterback position, there is a dog in the house in that quarterback room. Now, all three of them are good. But according to what I done seen, Isaac Wilson is a dog. Hey, that boy is a dog. I'm going by what I seen.
Oh.
Isaac Wilson out there putting on a show, not just for his teammate. He putting on a show for everybody. Now, I understand Julian Lewis is the starter. But right now, to me, Isaac Wilson I outplayed all of them. But I do like his leadership. I like Isaac Wilson's leadership. I like Sweet Wine ability. I know he's a young bull, and He still got a lot of growing to do, but what I done seen from high school to now, he gonna be okay. He's the most talented quarterback in the room to me. Overall talent. He can run it, he can throw it. I haven't seen him throw no interception. I haven't seen no passes get batted down at the line of scrimmage. He's tall, he's accurate, and he's a perfect fit for that go-go offense. Junior Lewis, I still think he's 2 years away, but I'm sure Coach Prime gonna make him the starting quarterback. So when you look at the quarterback room, JR, what do you see or what have you seen so far from the quarterback room?
Yeah, look, I had to go on a spree of watching clips and watching you, Uncle Steve, and watching Greg and Dukes and I had to go through a spree. I was watching everybody on like ×3 speed to catch up. Because I ain't been doing nothing but sleep in the bed. So I was like, man, let me catch up. And look, I see what people talking about. But B-Watch, cool your jets with your new K-Salt companion and Isaac Wilson. Cool your jets, brother.
Time out. I'm the host of the show.
5 seconds in, I'm getting timeout.
I gave all of them credit from what I have seen. I thought that's what y'all wanted. A complete quarterback room that can play the quarterback position. I'm not trying to pin one of them against each other. I learned my lesson from last year. So I'm giving all of them credit for what I have seen. I'm not at practice. I had to go off for what Willows putting out there. And so far, Isaac Wilson looked the best. There ain't no knock on Sweet Wine. There ain't no knock on Julian Lewis. I mean, I don't have enough tape on Juju to let me know that he gonna be a straight dog. The title of the show, just in case you don't understand what the title of the show is. Colorado got some dogs, some new dogs, not the ones from last year, but he got some new dogs. Go ahead, Jay.
I'd have been gone 5-6 days. Now you talking about the title of the show. Now let me go back to when you said I gave all of them their props. No, you didn't, because the only thing you said about Juju was that he's still 2 years away. I don't know what kind of backside and props that is, but that ain't props saying somebody 2 years away. You could have said he got a line.
You know what, JR?
Oh, see,
JR.
Here you go.
Do this right here, JR.
Whoa! Just wrecked the house, man.
Great, that's right. That tell him go crash out. Go jump up on the trampoline and just go crash out.
You, man.
Go ahead, dog.
I came with you, man. But look, what I have assessed myself and seen. Look, I've seen somebody that in that quarterback room, and Isaac Wilson, I'll start there, right? And Isaac Wilson, he has the experience over Juju and Sweet Wine. You can tell. You can tell with his interaction with the rest of the teammates. He's comfortable being in that environment because this is his 3rd time being in that environment. This is Juju's 2nd time being in this environment. And the first time Juju was in the environment was Coach Prime really even around due to the sickness, right? So we don't know what was going on with Juju last year, but what I can tell you, Isaac Wilson has been in spring camps 3 times, twice at Utah, once here at Colorado. So yeah, he coming in. He got an upper hand in that department. But when we're talking about talent, right? Cream always rise to the top. Now, I'm not going to go back and go through all the Juju accolades as far as a high school quarterback or anything like that. But what I will tell you is that Juju was more highly coveted coming from high school to the collegiate ranks than Isaac Wilson and Sweet Wine. So natural ability will take order, but it's going to take some time. They all learning a new offense. Some are probably learning a little bit faster. DG was a computer, but did it translate on the field, right? One thing I know about Isaac Wilson in his collegiate career, he got more interceptions than touchdowns. That's what I know. I know what Juju has in his collegiate career. He got more touchdowns than interceptions. And we saw what he was working with Colorado last year, Greg. I'll end it right there. Talking about some Isaac Wilson.
Well, it's one thing I don't agree with that you said. DG is not a computer. He was a supercomputer. He's a supercomputer. So when they say super, I assume that ain't a regular computer. That's like almost like AI or something. So, but I will say this: Juju got a disadvantage. This is how we know. We know they ain't had no quarterback coach. Old boy just went and spilled the beans. I learned more in 3 days than like going. Everybody that's saying that, but they come from Colorado saying that too. Everything. People be trying to juice it up, but I won't doubt he lying to some extent because we know that Shador had his own quarterback coach. So everybody else is like on their own. Maybe they chip in and they can work out with him. I don't know. So that's the issue with Juju, and that probably shows why he didn't really show that he was ready from the time he came in early all the way up to the season. You say he not ready. That always speaks on the coaching because that means he wasn't to be ready because he should have been ready. I mean, that's the point of coming on a year early. So Juju had that disadvantage. I don't know what type of coach Isaac got, but I would assume he do have more experience. Again, it's still early.
Yeah.
And I got a concern he got a little stop in it. He got the same number. Maybe I hope the number ain't cursed. He kind of built like him, just a little taller. Yeah, a little taller.
Here we go.
He looked like he looked like Staub the same way Sweet Wine looked like Ponder. It looked like we got the same guys out there and different. He got the same number Staub. Oh, I wouldn't have chose that number. I would have put a 17 on or something.
But he's not in the room with Shador. That was the talk last year.
What Shador got to do with the fact that
that's what I'm trying to figure out when they were saying that.
You don't have to figure it out because what we know about
they
Staub
is on top. They is.
Look, what we know about Staub is he had very high highs and very low lows. It was really no middle. He come out there and Hail Mary. Oh, we found our quarterback. And then he'll come back next game and throw 3 interceptions in a row. Now, from what JR is saying, it sounds the same. The boy got his history show he throw a lot of interceptions. We ain't seeing it. Maybe what off ain't showing it. We seeing the highs right now. We seen him throw 3-4 touchdowns. We ain't seen him throw 3-4 interceptions. But clearly he got it in him. So that's my concern with him. That it's like he love bombing Colorado right now. He's like, oh, boom, 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 boom. And then you get your highs, and just like Staub came in and saved the day in Delaware, and then look what he did in Houston.
Exactly.
I don't know how much you can blame that on the quarterback coach. If you streaky like that, you streaky like that. And that's how I kind of feel that he kind of streaky. But when he not streaky, he leaky. And then that ain't gonna help because you probably your best bet in this offense, honestly. It probably don't even matter if you're a great quarterback. Just take care of the ball because the way that offense works, it's gonna eat up the clock as long as you don't get the ball away. It look like Marion gonna figure it out. He gonna work the plays up. So all you need to do is not throw interceptions. See, that's what that boy did up there in Indiana.
Yep.
He didn't throw a lot of interceptions. So it's like, no, they don't make a lot of mistakes. Quarterback don't throw a lot of interceptions. The defense is solid. You can't help but to win. So that's how I see it.
And look, I'll say this. I agree with you, Greg, on Isaac Wilson. Look, he does remind us of Staub, or he reminds me of Staub a lot. And Staub's highest moment was Coach Prime calling him Martin Luther King Staub. That was the highest moment for Staub. Everything else was a dud. He didn't do anything there. Everything else was a dud. And then what I would say with Isaac Wilson, B. Watts, is he was first at Utah and then became third, passed up by a true freshman quarterback in Bird Fickley that couldn't throw the ball. All he could do was run. So they brought in a transfer quarterback. They recruited a quarterback. Isaac Wilson ended the season as the #1 quarterback. Came to the following season. By the time fall camp and everything fell, he was behind Dampier, Ficklin. He was third, Isaac Wilson.
Okay.
That's my case.
Okay. Chat, y'all can see what's going on. And people who tune in for the first time, you can see what's going on. When you talk to Sports Talk with B. Watts, he give you the facts. He give you the update version. I don't go through I don't talk about the past. I tell y'all what's going on currently. And from what I have seen so far, currently, it ain't got nothing to do with Starr. It ain't got nothing to do with the other quarterback. They gone. We talking about this year team. But you ain't got to listen to me. I got something to show y'all for about 15 seconds. Here we go.
All right, here we got the quarterbacks and borders. We're going to see who's going to be QB1. We're starting off with Juju Lewis. Let me see it, dude. All right, that's the next ball right here. Here we got Isaac Wilson, Zach Wilson's little brother. I ain't gonna lie, something special about this kid right here. Hey, you might not like what I see, but I think 16 gonna be the starter, don't? Hush. All right, here we got one for. Let me see it, dude. Hush. Laser. I like it, boy. All right, here we got 16. Let's see it, dude. Hush. Okay. Oh, man, he can run, too. Oh, he got some wheels. Look at that. Hold on, dog. I see you, boy. Look at that pocket awareness. Hush. That ball get up out of there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let me see 1-0. Still ain't ready. Still ain't ready, Tim. You still ain't ready, man. Come on, dog. I can't be getting this, dog.
You ain't right, man.
Hey, I'm just glad I ain't the only one out there. But we gonna move on. We gonna move on. I just give y'all the update version right here on Sports Talk with me. What? I'm like ESPN. I ain't got to go back to no last year or Starr. Starr's ain't even on the team. I ain't got to talk about K-Salt. I did that last year. I'm talking about what I done seen so far with well-off media. That's what y'all come here for. That's why you rock with the boy Sports Talk with me. Why? You know what JR be doing? Him and Greg they ought to do it again. Do what they need to.
Whoa! Just wrecked the house, man.
Go out in your backyard and just jump off the trampoline and just land on top of your eye because you're crashing out right now.
You something else, man.
The people are tuning in for the update version so y'all can give them what's going on at Colorado. Not by Starr. Starr is gone. Not by K-Salt. K-Salt is gone. We talking about it right now. Right now, what's going on? That's all I want to talk. But we're moving on, Greg. I knew you weren't going to cooperate, right? But that's all right. I know you're a Georgia boy. But the facts are the facts, and the tapes don't lie. The man just told you, whoa, 10, you still ain't ready. You still coming around the mouth. But when you come, you come. All right, let's go. Let's see how they do this tape, right? We got some new dogs in the house. I'm trying to help my algorithm. That's what the title of the show is. So we trying to get these views up. When you look at the wide receiver room, JR, we got 3 wide receivers who I think gonna start is not practicing so far. That's DeAndre Moore, that's JoJo Williams, and Q for 6. But Cam Perry is putting on the show, according to what I done seen so far of well-off media. Cam Perry, man, he can get off the line of scrimmage. He can catch the ball in traffic. He just got that track speed and know what to do with it. Now, when it comes to the go-go offense, it gonna depends on what type of formation the offense coordinator want to go, because you still got 2 running backs in the room in the backfield. You got a tight end on the field, so they're gonna lead 2 wide receivers unless you take the tight end off. Depends on how they want to do. And you still, when you run the ball, that's the way I'm looking at it. The best blocker on the team for his wide receivers is Hakeem Williams. So they're going to take another wide receiver off the field. But I like the wide receiver room as a whole. Tell me your thoughts on Cam Perry so far, what you've seen, and no wide receiver room.
Yeah, he's definitely a quick twitch athlete.
Oh, time out. Y'all see the difference? You see the difference? I can't wait to Greg get on this. This is who I really want to see. Y'all see the difference in the topics? I talked about the quarterback room, asking what he think about the quarterback, Isaac Wilson. He got Isaac Wilson reminds me of. But now, you see the answer, y'all? You see the bias? Yeah.
No.
Go ahead, Bill. But welcome back. Yeah.
No, man. Look, I've seen the clips of Cam Perry, man.
But who's throwing the ball to Cam Perry?
All three quarterbacks throwing the ball.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie. Who throw him the ball in the one-on-ones? You don't even know what quarterback throwing him the balls in the one-on-ones. It just showed a receiver against the defensive back in the one-on-ones. Am I wrong or right, Greg?
Don't ask Greg when you try to ask me.
So, look, a quick twitch athlete. Look, something we didn't have a lot of last year. It's few and far in between the quick twitch athletes that we had on the field at that wide receiver position. Probably only Q for 6, if we're being totally honest. So, look, we got a guy that can win one-on-one. He can obviously win in the zone as well, because we've seen it through some of these 11-on-11 clips where he's kind of run past the zone and he caught a touchdown that way as well. So he's come with numbers behind him. I know B-Watts don't want to talk about what they did before, but he's come with numbers behind him. So it's not like he's stepping onto CU's campus with just athleticism. No, he's stepping on CU's campus with athleticism and accolades as far as his catch, his yards, and the amount of touchdowns that he had at the University of Miami, Ohio, Greg.
Y'all some of these super chat.
I didn't see it. Got a super chat.
Here you go. Shout out to I Love CC. Them lights still trash. Support the show. Thank you, God bless. That's what I'm talking about, sis. Get them lights up, man. We had 62 lights, and we got how many people in the building right now? 144 in the building, 62 lights. That's not even half. Y'all can do better than that. Let's go. Get them lights up. Appreciate it. I love CC. No, it's always love.
Greg, what you think about the wide receiver room that they got?
Now I know you kind of got this little thing going on with Juju and Cam Perry. You seem like they gonna run you out of Georgia. I'm gonna let you know now. I want to let you know before it happens. Duke to scoop, everybody gonna scoop you up. They're gonna send you to North Cleveland. They're gonna move you to North Cleveland. You're gonna show up there with them, up there with G. Bush them on that show.
Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Have I lied?
Yeah.
About what? Tell me what I lied about.
You lied. You said that Cam Perry gonna be the 4th or 5th receiver.
Why he won't? You think he gonna? You think he gonna beat DeAndre Moore out coming from Texas?
Hold on.
You think he gonna beat JoJo out?
I'm gonna pull the page out of Gerald Boxer's handbook. Nobody you name got better numbers than him, including JoJo.
Matter of fact,
Tulsa numbers are not even better than his.
What his name? Scarrero gonna get on the field before
Scarrero got the best numbers, and Cam Perry got the second best numbers. They the only two guys that come in with real numbers. You teach him about DeAndre Moore, he ain't proven. He was the 4th, the 3rd, 4th, 5th receiver down there in Texas. You think it's
man? He played for Texas, bro.
Yeah, no. The key, you said he played for Texas, but how much? Because he was what, the 4th receiver? So he don't have the numbers or the experience Cam Perry had, because he was a backup basically. So therefore, you can't compare Cam Perry to none of them. Juju, Q for 6 ain't got the numbers that he got. Q for 6 came in as a freshman. He didn't put the numbers up. And JoJo ain't never put up the numbers. JoJo posted numbers of what, 500 yards or something? He was good for a freshman. The only people who got numbers like that is Scudero and Cam Perry. So you can't dare say that he gonna go behind other people who not proven, because he the only one proving that he can get in the end zone. He proved he can get in the end zone. They would be a fool to put him on the bench. Now, who you should be talking, I saw somebody mention in the chat, you probably gonna spit your little water out, is why you out nobody talking about Caleb Mathis. So let me tell you.
He's special team. He's a special team and a practice player.
As a true freshman, was one
He's
of
a practice player. He's a special team player.
He actually played with Shador down that first year.
Oh my God! Here we go. He played for Shador. I guess that he's the number one wide receiver.
He was one of his favorite targets. Then last year, people say why he didn't play. He was hurt. He was hurt. You know, he had some injury stuff going on. I don't know if it resurfaced, but he was hurt. So really, we can't really say that Caleb Mathis can't play because we know he can catch the ball. You ain't seeing him dropping the ball. He gonna run the correct routes, and I think he fits very well into this go-go offense because if you got people who know how to get open or know where to get open, especially with all these choice routes, everybody can't run choice routes. We saw that the first year of Colorado, they struggled with them choice routes. So you got play action, you got run pass option. You got choice routes going on. You gotta have smart players on field. He is the smartest and most experienced, and he's smart.
I've been hearing that for 2 years.
Yeah,
oh boy.
But he played his first year though. He actually played. Last year he got hurt. And no matter last year because your boy K Salt was throwing the ball all crazy last year. He was throwing the ball all over.
K Salt wasn't the only one that quarterback. He ain't the only one that quarterback. Juju quarterback.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too.
Who threw a Marion Miller all his touchdowns? The one you don't like, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't K Salt.
Oh, that's the one that JR said
like
Juju gonna keep that.
K Salt was playing like Villa Gabriel. What'd you say?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
We talking about that's the one JR talking about Juju's gonna keep them and Man, B Watts is trying to start the mess, Greg.
Yeah, you're right. Cause if it's up to B Watts, Juju gonna be down there at Arizona State.
Nah, Kennesaw State.
Man, please.
You're out of control, man.
Don't be disrespecting Kennesaw State now.
That's what you send everybody else?
No, I sent them to Georgia State.
Okay, Georgia State then.
Kennesaw State won their conference. All right. Don't be Kennesaw came after Georgia State. Their football program. That's my love.
Y'all remember when y'all said, B.Y., who you think the first player that gonna hit the transfer portal? And I told you who was gonna hit it. And then you said, huh?
I said, you told us.
Okay, check this out. The biggest bust that ever played Colorado? Yeah, JR. Yeah, I bet you won't ask me. Yeah,
no, I'm not going to ask you. I'm not sure I'm not.
I bet you won't ask me that. Greg, you through with the wide receiver so we can move on, man.
For now.
Something else, man.
Hey, well, y'all been hollering Caleb Mathis for 2 years. He's been on the special team. He the baddest dude on the special team. Y'all good, boy. Y'all good.
That's Ben. Your brother Ben. Brother Ben is the best one on special team. He is.
I think Caleb Mathis made just about the most tackles last year on special team.
Yeah, because nobody else can.
Yeah, that's where he's gonna be.
You know you shooting bad when your receiver is your best tackler on special teams.
Yeah, he was. He was. I give him that.
Right. Yeah. That's the way your line, all them backup linebackers that you got, all them backup cornerbacks.
Yeah.
You can't tackle a receiver.
Right. Yeah.
That's so the state of your special team.
Yeah, he was good at that. I give him that 100. He was good on special teams.
When he in a game, he get open and he catch the ball.
I just don't believe they're gonna put him in the game. I don't think they see him better than those wide receivers.
You seeing the highlights? He found them up at practice. They say they want to see practice.
Hey, that's what I said. That's the same thing I'm saying about Isaac Wilson. Same thing y'all saying about Isaac Wilson. I'm saying the same thing about Caleb Mathis. He is a
Isaac Wilson gonna be a special team player.
I guess because Juju gonna start. I told him field
goal. Isaac Wilson gonna hold the field goal.
Yeah,
gonna hold the ball. On the field.
Yeah, that's what he gonna do.
Field goal holder.
That's what he gonna do. And Caleb Mathis gonna be on that outside trying to block that runner.
Oh,
but you need it. You need them down there doing it because they return the kick. It's a problem.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's move on, man. Let's go, man. I like the wide receiver. Like I say, Cam Perry so far on tape, he don't perform the best to me as that wide receiver room. Poor ass, well off. I'm not inside the building. I haven't talked to nobody, but from what I have seen, and I try to give y'all the up to date for what I have seen. You know what the JR gonna do? He gonna go back 2 years ago, talk about another wide receiver. But let's talk about the defensive side of the ball in 2026. Look like they got some better coaches on this side, on the defensive side. But the question is, will they be able to stop the run and the quarterback run this year? When you look at the defense so far, JR, what you think? I know we haven't seen them in a game, but what you think about the players? I think they, like somebody just said, they bring a different type of energy. Man, Goldberg from the Fields, ain't Goldberg number 55?
Yeah.
That linebacker, him and ESPN. And boy, they looking good, bro.
Yeah. Look, the defense, the coaching. I'll start with the coaching. To me, from what I viewed, the coaching looks significantly better. You can tell that some things are being harped on and emphasized more than it probably was last year. When we're talking about different fundamentals of how linebackers read, how they react, how the defensive line holds the gap. So you can see some differences just from the small clips of film. And then from a talent perspective, look, there may be the most talented linebacker room that Coach Prime has had since he's been at CU. Right? The first year, a guy pretty much came off the street and was starting 2-3 days later, right? In the midst of the season. Like they had already been through fall camp and area, and all the starting positions have been ironed out. They get somebody 2 weeks into the season, bring him in, he in the building for like 4 or 5 days, the next game he out there starting. So they kind of let you know where they were. Then you fast forward to the next year, sure, they brought in a few people, but whether it was coaching, whether it was their own athleticism, they just couldn't get out their own way. And then last year was just a complete disaster. That was the worst the linebacker room has looked in Coach Prime's tenure there. So they brought in some talent, but to me, the coaching aspect from the front 7 area, it looks significantly better. It's being coached with more intensity and passion, in my opinion, and I think that's going to make for a better all around defense for Colorado, Greg.
Well, I mean, I think I was the one that told y'all at the very beginning from recruiting that this was going to be the best linebacker room they ever had. And you just look at production they brought in, and they, Goldberg and all those guys been there. So they've been getting a chance to develop and get in the weight room and get their company and experience up. And then you brought in 2 very good freshmen. Everybody was excited about Crawford and Colton. So those are very good freshman linebackers. They can special teams. We looking at Crawford. He looked very good in coverage. He looked like a doggone Trevor Woods out there. He just long. Crawford no muscle, but he got the IQ of a linebacker. That's why he was such a highly acclaimed guy. But when you look at him, he's the most versatile linebacker. I think he was the linebacker that played like 5 positions in the state championship game or something like that. So this is a guy who can cover. This is a guy who has a high IQ to be a linebacker. So you can use that guy. What is B Watts doing over there? What is he doing, B Watts? So I'm gonna say this. That room is still early. I hate that they only got so many more practices. but they got some young guys in that defensive backfield. They got some guys, some no-name guys. A lot of these guys are no-name guys anyway because we don't really know them, and they didn't come from big schools and all. And I think that's going to bite a lot of people in the butt. The defensive room has way more potential than they had before. It's not going to lean on one or two guys.
Yeah.
And the linebacker room, like I said, you're going to get you 2 Hill Greens out there instead of 1. So that right there already improves the defense. So having a depth only means if somebody hurt their knee or their shoulder or something, you got somebody coming in behind them, and this team ain't going to fall apart because you only got one good linebacker. So it's not. I always tell Colorado fans this: it's not a negative thing to have trying to figure out who's gonna start, whether it's quarterback, whether it's linebacker, whether it's safety. That's a good problem because these boys gonna get hurt. They get hurt every year. I mean, football is like that. I tell people all the time: when you get to that level, it's never a time you go off that field you ain't hurt something at that level. Because everybody's so big, you're gonna hurt something. It's just a matter of what and to what degree. You're gonna hurt something every time you go out on that field hitting. Yep. You just better hope it ain't something that can impede you from playing. But you're gonna play hurt you're gonna get hurt at practice, you're gonna hurt in the game, you're gonna hurt something. I don't care if somebody step on your toe, your big toe, you're gonna hurt something. There's no way you out there hitting, you ain't gonna hurt somebody smash that finger between the helmet. You're gonna play through that. Nobody ain't gonna know that on watching TV. Nobody ain't gonna. You don't get caught off the field from somebody hitting you in your funny bone. So there's a lot of things that can happen out there, and guy have to come out the field. You need somebody to be able to step in. So that's the good thing about them.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Man, my laptop acting up.
Are you on the phone now?
JR, y'all carry on, man. You hear me?
Yeah, we got you. I agree with you 100%, Greg.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you. But yeah, I agree with you 100%, Greg. It's the defense, like I said last year, it just looked different. It looked different, man. Look, I know I questioned initially the defensive line coach hire just due to the lack of experience. But look, experience doesn't always mean best result, right? And I came out early and said, look, I think the young coach, I think his last name is Carter, I think he'll have a lot, he's going to have a lot to prove because last year the defensive line was one of the weak spots, if not the weakest spot, then the second weakest spot on the defense. You could flip the linebackers and defensive line, and it's a coin toss. Who's the weakest position group? So, but look, the way Coach Marv has came in and kind of grabbed the bull by the horns to say, look, this is our defense and this is our identity, right? That was something that we couldn't say last year. We didn't know what the identity of CU was. I guess we kind of made up the identity to say, well, we know what they're going to do on 3rd and long. They ain't going to cover nobody over the middle of the field. We know what they're going to do on 3rd and long. A quarterback going to run it for 15 yards on us because there ain't no linebacker in the middle of the field. But every time I've heard Coach Marv stand up in front of the team and Coach Prime gives the coaches that opportunity to say, hey, this is what practice is going to look like, Coach Marv always starts off, we're going to establish our identity, and then we're going to work on these other factors, boom, 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 from here. So the word identity by the defensive coordinator has been overly utilized, and to me, that's comforting to hear because we've been searching for an identity for Colorado, period, whether it's offense or defense. But it seems like the defense this year, they're going to have identity. If anything, they're going to be physical. They're going to be physical to the point where Coach Marion like, hold on, man, y'all ain't going to be hitting the quarterbacks in practice like this. So, that's a good thing to have an identity and the passion that he coaches with, the distinct detail that he's coaching with. Hell, even some of the drills that they're doing, Greg, are different. So to me, I look at it And because I know you were a big proponent of saying, man, they're not even doing Oklahoma drills. They doing this and that when it came to linebackers and things like that. Well, this year it looked like they doing some type of drill that's similar to Oklahoma with the linebackers, having them lay down, having them get up and have to read and react. And that's only, to me, that's only going to benefit them in game time scenarios and situations, Greg.
Well, this is the one thing that's very clear. Because the people who've been with Colorado, they've been complaining about stuff. So some people just get in the habit of complaining because they become part of their nature. Maybe that is their nature. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're really genuine about something, you acknowledge when you see it. I acknowledge that the linebacker room is better. I acknowledge also that both sides of the ball, the biggest concern was vanilla, predictable, no, not exotic. It was no creativity. So now what we see is both sides of the ball. Because I was concerned with Livingston being there. I ain't gonna lie, we talked about it all the time. Schumer was gone, but it was like it still can all balance because Livingston there, and we just didn't really see nothing. We already seen right now that one, we know Marion what he gonna do. Go.
Mm-hmm.
We know Go ain't nothing but exotic. We know Go is pretty much one of the most exotic things in college football. So we already knew that wasn't going to be some predictable stuff that people have to really come with their A game on. Just from that alone, regardless of who the players were, we knew that wasn't going to be the excuse. It was some weak schemes that's predictable. And they jumping the route like they know it. But on the defensive side, we are already seeing schemes that are more disguised and more creative already too. We've already seen different coverages, and we ain't just saying man. We ain't just saying. Everybody line up on the line and they all try to rush the quarterback. Nobody ain't dropping the coverage. We're already seeing hybrid type of coverages. They're already practicing it now. Basically a hybrid coverage with a combination of a cover one, cover two. Using more zone packages. So that was always an issue last year when we said why they just won't play zone. And I mentioned something not too long ago. I said, it really takes more understanding to run a zone. We act like zone is easier because when you run in the zone, the players got to really be on the same page and got to know what they're doing. It's almost like running option routes. Option routes is not easier than, hey, you run that route, you run that route. When you tell somebody to go play man coverage, that's basically like, hey, just run with him everywhere he go. That's simplified. That's what you tell your little league team.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know defense. Hey, wherever you go, you go. That's your man. That's simplified. So really, what they're telling you when they only do man, they let you know the IQ low. They ain't trusting the linebackers to drop into coverage. They ain't trusting the guys to play together. Basically, that's basically what they're saying. Y'all don't know how to play together because you in zone. Y'all got to play together. Period. Whether you at that corner and you drop into in the flats, but you got to cover that window, right? You just don't I got my flats and this big old window between me and the safety. It's a lot of things you got to think about from an IQ perspective and a team perspective that you open yourself up to when you start running certain type of defenses. So what they're showing you is you got higher IQ players. You got Nate Mitchell. You got Boo Carter. You got old boy Thomas from Notre Dame. These guys come from programs where they're not coming in low level and they got experience. So you can experiment and implement more with these guys than you would a guy who don't have no experience or a guy who was on the bench. And that's what Colorado had first really a couple of years was guys who had potential, but they ain't really played like that. So what you do with those type of guys, you just throw guys in there and say, hey, you just run with them. So I think the coaching staff is in a better situation. I think they got a better slate of players, period. I said it when they was recruiting. They got a better hand, even though we don't know the guys. You know what type of programs they came from. You know they background. And, these defensive linemen they got. These was top-tier defensive linemen where they came from. So you can run. You already see them running loops and everything like that. They weren't doing that. They're already running stunts on the D-line. If you don't understand it, they only been practicing for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I saw that.
2 weeks.
Right.
We act like we expect these guys to be perfect in 2 weeks. This is spring ball. This is almost like boot camp.
Yeah.
This just, hey, I'm gonna give y'all a taste of what y'all doing, but y'all really gonna get heavy into the playbook, and stuff over the summer and stuff like that. But this is just like giving you a taste. So that's how I see it.
It's back on you, B Watts.
B Watts like he froze up.
B Watts stuck in that portal again.
He trying to find that video where you can bounce on that trampoline.
Yeah. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all just go ahead.
Look,
just throw the topic up on that at the bottom.
Yeah, just put the topic up. I don't know if he is. But I know something else that came across the thing while I was like, watching all of these videos like real fast, really sped up, was the fact that apparently they don't have a special teams coordinator or something like that. That was a big segment, or a few people made videos like that from other YouTubers that I kind of just perused upon and looked upon real quickly today. So what you feel about that, Greg, as far as the special team? Because to me, I'm like, I don't know if that's like I don't know if it's a big deal as far as like not having a special teams coach. It seemed like you have enough coaches on staff for sure to say, well, this is what we have, and these are the guys that can contribute to special teams as far as like coaching up players in certain positions and things like that. And then look, I saw one tape, the kicker made, I don't know the distance of the field goal, but they was all screaming in his ear, he hit the field goal under pressure. And then there was like another video I watched, they blocked the kick. So that's good and bad, right? You got a block kick.
Oh, now he want to watch video.
Oh, come on, man.
He said he already said he binge watched.
Yeah, to me that's a good. To me, it's good and bad because obviously you're not practicing for them to block the kick.
You only watch videos on missed field goals. Yeah.
No, man. Look, you're not practicing for them to block the kick in that moment. But the fact that whatever technique or jump off or get off that person had on that edge to get past that person to block that kick, that's something that can be amplified and utilized during the actual game. Because I haven't seen Colorado block no kick and no practices and no games. We haven't seen Colorado make a field goal over 50 yards. Period. Point blank. Since Coach Prime been there, I haven't seen one. Maybe the first year with the one guy that made the field goal, but then tore his ACL celebrating or something like that. But
trying to make a tackle.
Yeah, trying to make a tackle, something like that. So to me, I don't necessarily know if it's a big deal, but it would be alarming to hear Coach Prime come to the presser after the game and say, well, the special teams was just not special. So I would think, like, look, you don't have a coach, but you still need to emphasize special teams big. Like you need to practice these scenarios. You need to prepare yourself because we don't need another TCU situation. It was TCU, right? They running down the field and the ball hit somebody, and they it seemed like maybe the kick returner or the punt returner was calling Peter, but the person running down not paying attention. They just running down and boom, it hit them. TCU get the ball and score right there. So we don't need another one of those situations. So I don't think it's necessarily alarming, but I don't want to hear Coach Prime come to the presser after the game and say special teams was not special, because that's on you. You should dedicate a coach to teach that specifically, in my opinion.
I mean, but even those times he's supposed to have one. You know, I think it has to do with what was wrong with the special teams. Let's get down past the general. The special teams had the same issue the whole team had. They couldn't tackle. They were people were returning punts. They were returning kickoffs. Same way they were running all over the defense. If the team mastered the fundamentals, as I always say, tackling, knowing your assignment, blocking, catching, the fundamentals of the game is all you need to be worried about, and that's all the game involves. If you got all these guys running down the field and that know how to tackle, then you ain't gonna have all these kick returns on you because y'all out there playing tag you it, and you just running through your tags like you tagging off at practice. You know, so you got that. You also got the fact that, you know, not blocking, right? Not knowing your assignment. So that guy who blocked the kick, the tight end, looked right at him, and there was two of them out there, and he didn't know what to do, and he just let the outside guy just crash down and just block the field goal. So, you know, I didn't see what the coaches, nobody ain't go to him and then like that. So yeah, you got to make corrections on blocking schemes, like shift your blocking, because they might just load up on that one side. So how do y'all adjust that kind of stuff? You know, do y'all you shift? Do you shift your blocking scheme? What do you do? Because they ain't just gonna just line up and make it easy on you. Colorado also had an issue where people were just faking field goals on them because they knew y'all just silly, like y'all was a bunch of 8th graders out there. So they go out there and they just in a given time we can just like the quarterback took off running. They act like any given time they can fake a punt, and they knew they'd get away with it because Colorado folks were just that doggone ignorant. Like, I don't know how you do that because you've been playing ball too long. Because where you run off to, first you wait till the ball get punted, right? Where you running off to, you just turn your back, and the guy running right behind you. So that stuff, right? You coach that at the game. I mean, at practice, but a lot of that is players. Because no way you put me on the field and I'm just El Dodo like that. Because first of all, I know my job. So that you got linebackers right there too. So they watching for certain stuff. They point out certain stuff. They see anything fishy, they point it out. You got to have high IQ guys out on the field. You can't put that on coaching. Because you out on the field, you got to be able to snip out stuff. And I just think they got them type of players. You had the type of players in the secondary that, like how your boy last year stop my, and he sat there, and the guy tight end run right in front of him, catch the ball in the end zone. He's my son. And I'm saying, like, boy, you act like you special. Like, I'm watching the TV. I mean, that's your job, man. He the only guy out there. How you act like you didn't know to get him? Who else you gonna get? Who else you would get?
Here you go.
Who else you would get? So it's like certain stuff you just know from just knowing the game. You don't play your whole life. You want to watch a little film, but doggone, if they're on the goal line and the tight end right there, you're the safety. There's only one receiver out there on tight end. You the safety right there. This guy come out there. How you don't know to get him? Who else getting him? That's just like elementary football. It was nothing complicated. He just did like this and ran out, and you ain't even move. You like, oh my goodness, I forgot. How? He's the only receiver there. You the only guy out there. Linebackers on the line blitzing. Ain't nobody else gonna cover him. You ain't got no other job. You just standing there watching catch the ball. That's players. So long as you got the right guys out there, Bukata ain't finna do that. Travis Hunter didn't do that. Travis Hunter will come off his job and jump the route and pick it off. That's the type of players you gotta have. And that's how you win, really.
Yeah, I agree with it all. It's back to you, B Watts. Is it another topic?
I think B Watts was asking about the Georgia Tech game. I think that was the last.
The Georgia Tech game. Yeah, look, I think the Georgia Tech game, man, it's gonna be electric, man. It's a Thursday night game. I hate it's on a Thursday, man. I wish it would have been on a Saturday. But it's on it's on a Thursday, man. Weird things always seem to happen with Colorado on a Thursday.
On Friday.
All Friday.
All their 10 o'clock games. You know.
So that's but nevertheless, it still be an exciting time, man, because we'd have been waiting a long time to see what this new rendition of Colorado look like when it comes to the offense, go-go. Like, we know what the scheme of go-go look like, but what it really looked like with Colorado players, with the running backs, with the Richard Youngs, with the Trackhawks, with who gonna be starting at quarterback kind of thing. The receivers and how active and electric that they can be. And then the defense. 400 plus yards given up last year. It was an eyesore. So you knew what you were getting when you watched Colorado last year. We're going to watch them. They're going to give up about 200. I literally told the chat, if they give up 200 yards this game, I'm not getting online no more. And they about gave that up to one person. I think it was when they played Wyoming, and that little freshman running back from Wyoming ran for about 150 or something like that by himself. So it's still gonna be fun to watch, man. It's gonna be exciting to see be down there in Atlanta, Georgia, man. It's gonna be live. And then to see everybody in the chat, man, for all the people in the chat that plan on going, man, to be around, to walk around. I know I'm gonna make myself available and try to wear something to be easily identifiable so I can shake the hands and talk to people and interact with everybody in our community as much as possible, man, because it's gonna be an exciting time. It's gonna be fun. And I don't know what Georgia Tech got. Last year we at least knew who their quarterback was. We knew who their receiver was and maybe one of the running backs. I don't know what they had this year. And I don't care. I know what we got. And I've had the opportunity today to do a deep dive to kind of see what we have. And I feel confident to see what Coach Prime putting out on the field for Colorado this year.
I'm going to tell you this, JR. I know exactly what you should wear. You should wear one of them boxing capes with JR boxing in a buffalo. You say easily identifiable. You should have a boxing cape.
I ain't wearing no boxing cape.
They know them boxing shirts, jackets where they come out when they come out the tunnel. Yeah. Long thing with JR boxing on the back and a buffalo on it. And if you really want to go all the way with the thing, some boxing gloves around your neck with your initials on them. You know what I'm saying? And
hell, man.
Make that like your thing. Like you go to the game, wear your boxing gear.
Come out doing a ring walk, have my ring walk attire.
Yeah, and if you want to wear the shoes with it, you can wear them too.
Let's
go all the way with it because it will be summer. So you might can wear the short, you might go all the way with the whole thing. Look like almost like lingerie. You know what I'm saying? Look silk. So let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this though. Ain't that cute about Atlanta on Thursday night. I'm telling you that right now. So don't even get your fantasies up. That's the last thing you want to be is downtown Atlanta on Thursday night. All right. Any night. Okay. But definitely on a Thursday night, all the traffic in the whole world goes right through past that stadium. Y'all do know that, right? Right. The stadium is on 75, 85.
What is B-Watch doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Everybody and their mama drive up 75, 85. So, everybody from Miami all the way up to doggone Detroit and Washington, D.C., all that come right through Atlanta. For them to give y'all a lesson. That's all this traffic. It ain't just Atlanta. Everybody and their mama come up through and mess up our traffic. So you got the people living in Atlanta, then you got all the other people driving their butt through Atlanta. So ain't that sweet about Atlanta going up through that, especially on a weekday when people get off of work and it's day before Friday. I don't know who in their right mind will schedule a game in Atlanta on Thursday. I mean, Georgia Tech do it every now and then, but not a game of that caliber. Not the game they gonna bring them out like that. Colorado gonna bring them out. So that was very, very dumb. Whoever decided to do that, it should have been a Saturday. So you can maximize, get you a sold out crowd, maybe get game day or somebody out there, and get all that going and tailgate and have a good time. So that's my thing about it. But I think people every time Colorado plays somebody, everybody gonna oversell who they play. Everybody Colorado play gonna be the greatest thing ever. And if they, lose Colorado, they must not be good this year. I'm gonna tell you this: Georgia Tech ain't all that. Again, Georgia Tech ain't all that. Hold on. Don't become a Georgia Tech fan. Leave that to be why.
We heard that last year, dog. No.
Leave that to be why.
Why you saying I'm a Georgia Tech fan?
No, they had enough to beat CU. I don't care if CU.
And CU had enough to beat Georgia Tech, clearly, because as sorry as CU was, they gave the game to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech tried to give CU a 21 lead advantage, and they ain't take it. They took 7, right? So now I don't even talk about no Georgia Tech, because Georgia Tech didn't even beat CU. CU beat themselves, and they still had a chance to win at the end of the game with K Salt back there, quarterback, B Watt boy. So there was no go going on. It was the defense was flaky. We didn't know who the quarterback was. Miss me, and that was with Haynes King. It ain't no more King. He carried that team on their back. Them last 2 years, he was their offense. He was Tim Tebow 2.0, right? So as long as they ain't got that, they ain't have nothing else. And we know that. Their other running back was decent, but without that boy quarterback, that running game is done because they ain't got no other threat. So when you got a good running quarterback like that put pressure on the team. And they barely beat CU. You could talk about how many running yards they got. Who didn't get that many running yards on them? CU can win a game and you run 400 yards on them. That was their MO. What are you talking about? You got like they got, they beat CU at the last minute touchdown. So how are you gonna brag about they whooped CU? They beat CU with the last minute run by Haynes King. He was wide open in the middle of the field where no linebacker was. Where nobody was. He basically walked into the end zone. He was already limping and hurt because they were tearing his butt up. So when some real linebackers had to hit him, he would have been out the game. He would barely made it through that game. So, that's Georgia Tech last year. Georgia Tech this year, they ain't got no major recruiting going on. They ain't got no world beaters. We act like CU going against Georgia for the first game. Like, that's not the caliber team that they're going against. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, since we on this topic, cause they what they say B Watts 4.5. Didn't we show that? They
that's the spread.
4.5 game, 4.5.
Right. Yeah.
The win total. Oh wow.
Let me tell you how dumb this is. Now, see you mess around and be 3-0, people they gonna wet their pants, and they very well can. You just want to speak and expect them to play at a lower level, but they easily can beat Georgia Tech. They easily can beat Weber State, and they easily can beat Northwestern. And guess what's going to happen when they do that? Everybody going to gaslight them. Well, we're going to see what you do in the conference. Well, let's talk about the conference. Who are you playing that's a world beater in the conference? All right, Texas Tech, all that now. They had one good year. Whoopity-doo. Texas Tech ain't nobody like that. Colorado smacked them in the mouth the year before that. So that means anybody can go from year to year and get themselves smacked, right? So let me tell you this. Who they got other than Texas Tech that you worried about like that? Okay, they're going to play Utah. They're going to play Kansas State. They're going to play Oklahoma State, Houston, Baylor, Cincinnati. Basically the same people they played the year before. And a few other people. Arizona State. Who you really looking at like that? That's just like you just know they're gonna whoop them.
Now that's a good question. When it comes to the conference, there's been so much like turnover in the conference. Look, Texas Tech. I'm not gonna say they not a good team, but a lot of those players are bought, right? So you buying the talent, so hopefully the talent you keep buying to bring in, you hit on, right? Because a lot of the guys that they bringing in, like some of these highly recruited, like freshmen, some of these 5-star and 4-star athletes, you hope they're ready for the season, but if they're not ready, then they gonna get out there and they can still get beat too by somebody that got more experience than them. And then from a Utah standpoint, look, they lost a long tenure coach in Kyle Whittingham. He up at Michigan now. He done took bits and pieces of that
I'm
Utah
sure he had to take
staff
some to
with
Michigan.
him.
I'm sure he had to take some pieces with him to
Yeah,
Michigan.
he took some pieces to Michigan with him from the Utah staff. Now they leave the defensive coordinator in place, right? But pieces of that offensive coordinator room gone, the quarterback coach gone, a lot of the analysts left. So now you retooling a whole different staff.
And what about
Right,
players?
so-
You would think he would take some players he want to.
Yeah, I don't know if players left, but I know them two bookend left tackles that they had gone. So those are still two people you got to replace on the offensive line.
Yeah.
And Dan Peel wasn't he wasn't no Shador Sanders back there in the pocket dissecting nobody.
He didn't play.
No, but I'm saying like throughout the year, he used his athleticism to get him by.
So what did Colorado struggle with?
Colorado struggled with everything. They struggle offensively, defensively, and special teams. All three phases
What
of the
type
game, they
of
struggled.
quarterback did Colorado suffer with?
They suffer with an
Running
athletic quarterback, but I don't think that's going to be the issue this year. And still, the lineman up front still got to get the block to open the crease for that quarterback to run. That's something that's always forgotten. We always see the big run from the quarterback, but we never see the people up front doing the dirty work to create the crease for the quarterback. Now, if he just run on the outside and run past everybody, that's fine. But the one long run the quarterback had for Utah against Colorado, he ran it straight up the middle. So that means defensive linemen couldn't get off the block.
That's what they all came from.
No.
They came up the middle.
Sorry linebackers. Call it for what it is.
I mean, sorry
linebackers who couldn't
the
read.
defensive linemen couldn't get off blocks either. So I think that'd be a little bit different.
Guess what? That defensive lineman, that ain't even his job, really.
They had problems with running quarterback. That's what Utah gonna bring to the table. That's what Kansas State gonna bring to the table, and that's what BYU gonna bring to the table.
B-Watts, like you just said to him, what's your key word? Had. That's bad.
Oh, okay. I see how you want to play. All right. I got you.
So they had sorry linebackers. They had your homeboy coaching the linebackers.
Greg be on him about the linebacker coach. But I would say BYU is probably what's the
ran for 200 yards.
Yeah, I would say BYU is the team that
it's gonna be BYU
with the
it's
most
gonna be Kansas State, and it's gonna be
turnover.
Utah.
Because even CU, like, look, we follow CU, but CU had a lot of turnover. Both of the coordinators gone. They done brought in about 20 different analysts. You got new running back coach. Everybody's new. Only person that's the same is Coach Prime. Everybody else is new.
Who you just named, B-Watts?
They're gonna if Colorado want to win the conference, they're gonna have to beat BYU, which is a running quarterback at 220 pounds. Utah got two quarterbacks. They're gonna run the football. Kansas State got one gonna run the football, and Texas Tech got the same type of quarterback. And Iowa State also.
They said the same thing about Kansas State last year, man. What Kansas State do? Nothing.
Yeah, but you just mentioned BYU. BYU had that same running quarterback, and Colorado basically gave them the game. So as bad as Colorado was last year with stopping the running quarterback, they still basically beat BYU as garbage as they was. So it ain't that much of significant of a difference when your sorry Colorado basically could have beat BYU. You remember they gave the game to BYU at the end.
I know.
Okay, so let's talk about it. They gave BYU the game with a running quarterback. They gave Georgia Tech the game with a running quarterback. So even though they was losing to running quarterbacks, that was the closest games. That was the closest games.
Until I see them correct that, it still exists.
You have seen them correct it by getting better linebackers.
I can't. I did. They don't get it for 3 years, Greg. I got to see it.
No. That's not true. What 3 years can you name that we had good linebackers? We don't say how many times.
Yeah, Hill Green, and you had what's his name? That's the only 2 times. That's the only time you had a good linebacker.
Bentley wasn't even a good linebacker. Bentley wasn't even a good linebacker.
Bentley wasn't good.
And you still only naming 2 linebackers. They got at least 4 good linebackers this year.
I'm gonna tell you something different. I see.
Practice, yeah, they do.
Right, so you already know they better. So why act like it's?
I don't know they better. I got to see it.
You do know because
no, I do not, Greg.
Yes, you do. Because when Hill Green didn't play in the BYU game, what you knew? When Hill Green jumped in the portal and left that, we didn't have no linebacker, but Bentley left. What you knew was about to happen with that one linebacker left.
About to get tore out the front.
You knew he was the only linebacker you really had. But this year, you know, you got ESPN, you got the boy from Texas, you got the boy from New Mexico, not Mitchell. What's his name?
Martinez.
Martinez. Yeah.
You already said that. Goldberg playing better. The boy Bo playing better. So you already see 54 Bo, and his name Bo, something like that. He playing better. So we already got more linebacker depth that you know that's playing better. All right. Then you and I talking about how the freshmen gonna come along throughout the season as they get more with their feet wet. You already have more linebackers. So if one of them don't play, the season ain't over. When Hill Green didn't play, you knew it was done. He the only one that was reliable and consistent.
This something I seen, and B-Watch, you just showed the clip tonight. When you showed the quarterback situation and Isaac Wilson dropped back and then scrambled out of the pocket, something I noticed was pursuit from the defense. That's something we didn't see all last year on no levels. You didn't see pursuit from the defensive lineman, and the linebackers were so out of place, they couldn't pursue because they was caught in the wash. So you just showed that clip tonight. So that lets me know at least they're being coached up to say, you will run to the ball. Because Coach Prime said it enough last year. They all said it. You got to run to the ball. You got to run to the ball. But every game we watched, I think only one person ran to the ball, and that was Ben. And he created a fumble. And he was literally the only one. But from that clip you showed earlier in the show, B-Watts, yeah, defensive linemen and linebackers pursuing the quarterback out of the pocket. So that's a pursuit drill within itself. So to me, I don't think the running quarterback is going to be an issue. On top of that, look, some of the teams, they went through a lot of changeover as well. Arizona State quarterback gone. He playing at LSU now. So who they quarterback going to be? We don't know, what they have. And Kansas State got a brand new coach.
Everybody going through change. But we only want that like Colorado going through change. Texas Tech got transfers galore. They got to find a way to have chemistry the same way we got to find it. But everybody only wanted to be a hypocrite when it comes to Colorado. You know Colorado got issues, but everybody is dealing with this portal. We got multiple teams that lost coaches in the conference, and you want to act like everything just going to be sweet. Utah don't know nothing but this guy. And you sit up here and act like him leaving not going to affect Utah. And him taking coaching staff and players, because I know he ain't no coach to leave not taking no player. They're going to take at least a few of their guys because they recruited them. Same way Marion bought some of his players. And he's not even the head coach. But my thing is, these guys are not world beaters. These guys played a sorry Colorado. Colorado lost their own games. They had multiple close games last year. And the reason why the defense ain't running to the ball because they're on the freaking field the whole game. They're like, man, forget that. As soon as we get out to the field, I got to come back out here because the offense going 3 and out. And they still was in the game. I mean, Colorado was still in the game with all those 3 and out. So imagine if they actually kept the ball and kept the defense off the field. Imagine they actually scored more than 14 points a game. They was putting pressure on teams with a half-cocked defense, plain Jane schemes, not scoring, and they still was in games. Y'all act like they were getting blown away 50-0 every game.
I mean, well, they took 2 butt whoopings, but yeah.
They took 2 butt whoopings, but all the butt whoopings that start off that way. Cause what butt were you talking about? You talking about Houston?
Nah, Utah and Arizona. They took
Utah,
Arizona
whooped them, but Utah game was close in the beginning too.
Close win.
0-0.
That game was over when that boy
Arizona jumped out on him.
It was what, the second play of the game he ran for 70 yards.
It's over. Let me put it up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was the second play of the game. Because I remember watching, I was like, oh, okay, they got to stop. Second play of the game, he ran for 70 yards. It was over, man.
That second play of the game, that's cute. But I'm saying, look, that happened with Indiana when they played a little cupcake. The first play of the game, somebody scored. But I'm looking at the stat.
Colorado only had about what?
Utah did jump out of because Utah had 17 in the first quarter. Yeah. But they didn't score, I guess they put reserves in because they didn't score the rest of the game. I guess
the game was out of hand at halftime.
Hey, I gotta get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Good show, man. But hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us on Thursday night. Greg said it and JR Boxing. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday for Greg said it and JR Boxing. All right, fellas, give me your last word and we out of here, man.
Hey, man, it felt good being back as I sit here and cough. Hey, man, y'all take care of yourself out there, man. I'm still baffled how I caught the flu and I got a flu shot and everything else, man. But I don't wish that on nobody, man. I was down and out and for the count, but look, I appreciate the support from everybody, man. And that's it, man. That's all I got.
All right, Greg, tell them where we can find you at, bro, during the week.
Well, we do what we do. Y'all know Greg. Greg said it. It's covered up by this Georgia Tech thing. B Watts got on at Greg said it. We
my bad.
Videos throughout the week, and then we jump on Sunday, usually at the end of the week, recap all that good stuff. We're gonna be talking about all this stuff that's popping off. We definitely gonna be looking for, I guess, the guys get back this week. We're gonna have some stuff to see because we're gonna see. We're gonna watch these guys closely, and I think we're gonna have a good time this year. I don't want to get my hopes up like B Watts, but I just, because B Watts, he been stunned since then. Ever since then, man.
That boy had that salt shaker going last year.
Well, he didn't recover. So I understand that. I mean, ain't nothing guaranteed, but yeah, we're gonna keep
Yin Yang Twins B Watts. That's what they was calling them. Yin Yang Twins B Watts. They get like a salt shaker out there.
All right, fellas. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. All right, y'all be good.
All right.
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
The next bus coming, you on the way.